And Martin, I've always been fascinated with the interesting jobs that actors and comedians have early
Mm.
on. Now, working at a Sears and at a gas station. Now, what kinds of interesting things happen to you working at those places?
A Sears and a gas station working there? Well, for one, when I was working at Sears, I was a TSR. That's a telephone sales representative. And I was supposed to be calling customers. I wasn't never calling customers. Man, I was using them phones to call all the honeys. I'm like, that's just, it's like, you gonna give me a free phone, man? Come on. So that's probably why I ain't working there no more. So I probably owe them some change. But, and working at a gas station, it was cool, you know. The fumes, though, you got the gas fumes and got to deal with them, but it was cool.
Well, didn't this a weird thing happen to you at the gas station? Didn't you have an incident with somebody who came in who wanted to make a cash withdrawal at the?
Oh yeah, man, it happens, man. And it's not a funny thing, you know. But I was glad I moved on. Somebody come, they got gun to you. They want the money that you made. What can you do? So my life is more important than that. So that's behind me now. I was a young guy.
Well, when you were doing stand-up, I was thinking of strange gigs that you ever did. Are cruise ship gigs or industrial shows, was that something that you ever considered doing or wanted to do?
Cruise ship gigs? Not exactly, because if I'm on a cruise ship or whatever, I just want to enjoy, man. And so anything that's going on a cruise ship, I like to sit back and that's all right, whatever. But I don't want to be the one that's performing. It's too nerve wracking.
Well, did you ever have any stand-up gigs that just seemed really surreal to you when you were doing them?
Surreal in what way?
Well, just like they ever like a trade show, like a the Plumbers Association or anything like that, where they called you in?
I've done a lot of performed in pizza places. I performed over a manager's house for his family. I've done, yes, no doubt. They've been weird places I've performed. Small conventions if I did any.
Yeah, well, turning to this movie, I was thinking of interesting co-stars to work with.
Mm.
There's a funny scene early in the movie when you're acting opposite a German Shepherd. Well, actually, a couple times you have a German Shepherd. Now, how fascinating for you to watch the dog handler working with the animal in scenes like those?
Well, for fascinating, it ain't really fascinating to me because I believe I've seen that kind of thing before. I just be, my thing is just get the dog together so that we can move along the scene. Because it's something when the dog is looking over there and you're trying to get him to look over here, and he won't pay attention. You're like, hey man, we on a budget here. You want to get your dog together? Hey, run Joe run, get it together, man. You gonna keep the crew here all night because you want to bark your way? Nah, man.
And I love the scene. There's one suspect in particular in the movie that you kind of interrogate rather thoroughly. Hilarious scenes. I'm just
Yeah.
curious, what did that actor say to you prior to those scenes, and how much faith did he have in your abilities in that end?
He didn't say anything. That's what gave me more motivation to whoop his ass. No, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. But he was a good guy and everything, and we was about having fun in the scene, and that's what we did. We had a lot of fun.
Now, interesting outfits in this film. As a pizza delivery man, a lot of laughs with that scene. How did people react to you the first time you walked out in full makeup and costume?
They laughed. They laughed, which is the reaction I wanted to get. Else I probably would have ran right back and took it off and tried another character. But they laughed, and that's when I knew we had something funny.
And last question, I'm doing a story on when people become famous. And as an actor and a comedian, you're, I think, a person who's probably more in tune to observing people and how they react to people. When you first become famous, I imagine there are probably a lot of people who want a piece of you, want to share in the money that's coming in. How adept did you become at reading people's true motives?
I go off my faith, my belief in God, and so I just feel all people that are not true or whatever, it'll be weeded out, and so I just I think I have a sense of I have common sense, you know, and so you know if something's not right or someone's not speaking to you right or someone has different motives or whatever, and you know, you just, you know, you're playing with a long handle spoon.